I wanted to hop on here and share something, a revelation that I had during my Bible study this week out of Matthew in the Bible. And I don't know who this word is for. Maybe it's for that one person, maybe it's for multiple people. But this was a revelation I recently had, and I felt compelled to come on here and to share this with whoever this video happens to come across. But know that if you've been tempted, especially in the three ways that I'm about to share with you, know that your blessing is literally right around the corner. Do not give up. Do not go astray. If you've been tempted to do things that wasn't right or to try to get you off a course, know that that's because you are about to walk in the destiny that God has already laid out for you, had already have planned for you, and you are about to walk fully in it and get blessed behind it. And the devil knows that when you're about to walk in the fullness of God, that he has to come with his best to try to distract you. So he has three distractions that he uses, right? So if you ever, distraction number one, temptation number one, if you've been put in a position or found yourself in a position where you wanted to mock God, that is one temptation by the devil. And mocking God can be anything from, being tempted to use his name in vain. Maybe something didn't go your way and you got really upset and, you questioned God out loud. You wasn't able to control your tongue and you might have spoke poorly against him. Or thinking that we're smarter than God and that we can fool God, right? Like if if you've ever been in a situation where you promise God that maybe you will stop doing something. I'm going to stop smoking. I'm going to stop fornicating. I'm going to stop doing X, Y, and Z if you let me get this job, or if you heal my mom from, her issues, or, if you do something for me, I promise I'm not going to do this anymore. Knowing that you don't have any intent to really stop doing whatever it is you promise you won't do no more. Those are ways that we can mock God. So if you've been tempted to do that, know that that's one distraction that the devil will use. The other one would be if you have ever found yourself in a really low place, a really down place, be it if that's so sad and so down to where maybe you started having suicidal thoughts, or maybe you started thinking about participating in activities that would be self-sabotaging, be it if that's using drugs or, silly behaviors like driving fast on the highway or, things that we know could risk our lives, put our lives in danger. That's the devil trying to get you off of your course so it's like he's waving a carrot in your head and saying, hey, look over here so you can get off of course because you're so close to walking in your destiny. That's one of the reasons why I don't like certain social medias and I don't participate on certain social medias, because people can put their best avatar out there about, what they want you to know, the house they might have just bought or the car they might have just bought or the vacation they might have just went on, not telling you that they finances might be toe up from the flow up. Or, another one is, seeing people that got families and you're comparing yourself to that and saying, why ain't I married yet? Or why don't I have kids yet? That's all a distraction from the devil to try to get you in a low place, get you to second guessing yourself, having low confidence, and then, eventually tempting you to take yourself out in a way, again, be it if that's suicidal thoughts or participating in self-sabotaging behaviors. The third temptation that the devil uses is trying to get you to, or if you ever been in a situation where you were promised something, you can gain something, maybe money, maybe the type of reputation you want, some type of worldly possession, but to do it, you had to participate in something that wasn't of the kingdom. You had to do something that is totally against God's way or God's will. That's the third distraction or the third temptation of the devil. And what I realized when reading Matthew is those were the exact same temptations that he laid before Jesus after Jesus came off his 40-day fast. When Jesus came off his 40-day fast, the first thing the devil did was say, well, you know what? If your God is so powerful, go ahead and turn this stone into bread, trying to get Jesus to mock God. The second thing that he did was telling Jesus, after he brought him up on a high point, He was saying, well, if your God is so powerful, jump off of here and see if God has sent angels to save you. That's that comparison I said earlier to, self-sabotaging or maybe even suicidal thoughts, thinking about taking yourself out. And then the third temptation that he gave, he took Jesus up on a higher point and said, look at all these beautiful kingdoms that's before you, all the beautiful lights and the glory within. I will give it all to you if you were to bow down and to worship me right now. Third temptation that he put before Jesus. But Jesus refused all of it. Jesus rebuked him, told him he wasn't finna mock God. He wasn't finna do anything that was against his God. He's only going to worship God, and that the devil wasn't finna have no victory in anything that Jesus had going on. And right after that, that's when Jesus really started walking in his purpose. His ministry started. He started having disciples follow him. And God was so cold with it that when Jesus went and found these disciples, he didn't even have to do much to convince them. He had men leaving family businesses, walking off of ships that they were working with their daddy on, and they were like, hey, I'm going with this man, talking about Jesus. So just know that if you find yourself in this situation, your blessing is truly right around the corner, and God will supply every single thing you need when you walk in that destiny. I know some of the things that God have for us to do might make us feel a little uncomfortable. We might be second guessing, like, that's what you want me to do, God? That ain't what I like doing. But God know that you will be phenomenal at it, and he know that as long as you give him glory, as long as you do the things that are meant to show people, tell people about his compassion and to bring more people to his kingdom, that he is going to supply all of your needs. So if you've been tempted in any of those ways, resist those temptations and stay on path, because what God got for you, nobody can take it away, and you just have to not be distracted, resist the devil, and you will get every good thing that God has in store for you.